Dead Shadow here, and I'm bringing you some Alpha Zombies gameplay from the Infection playlist. Maps countdown as well, and I'm going to be bringing you some tips on how to do well on Infection. I apologise for the host migration. There's going to be another one after this. This game was it was a really poorly connected game, and so I do apologise for the next host migration that's going to come up. So I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to do well in Infection, and that does not involve killing people like this who do not play. It actually provides proper tips on how to do well. Basically, I'm not saying I'm like super MLG pro fucking Infection player. Whenever I play Infection, I seem to do rather well, and I do rack up some good multi-kills in most of my games, so I figured I'd make a tips video on how to do well, because I figure I do well in most of my games, so I figured I'd provide you with some knowledge. So I start off with weapons. Your pistol is your best friend. I recommend using it until it fully runs out of ammo. Only pull out your shotgun if you really have to. The main reason for this is because as the game goes further on, more and more people are going to get infected. And if you've been using your shotgun from the start of the game and you run out of ammo with it, it's very hard to take down a swarm of zombies with the pistol. It's much easier to do it with a shotgun, as I kind of prove later on in this video. The second way to do well when you're a human is stick with a group of people and sort of stay in an area of the map that the zombies can only attack from two sides. So then you each have a person watching a side of the area you're in. It's a good way to lock down an area, and it stops zombies kind of creeping up on you from like another direction that you can't handle. So try and stick in an area that only has two places of attack, and stick with a group of people. I'd say the best sort of group of people to stick with would be anywhere from like 3 people upwards. 2 can be a little bit wary if you get overwhelmed, but 3 upwards is usually a good number. Obviously keep an eye on your radar all the time. If you play Halo Reach and you're not looking at your radar, you need to start doing that. I see so many people not looking at their radar in Halo Reach, and you can tell they're not doing it. But seriously, the radar's there, use it, it will save your life many times. It's literally the key to winning games in some situations. It's the key to doing well, so obviously keep an eye on your radar all the time. And for the most part, that's pretty much it when you're a human. That's pretty much most of the tips to do well. As you can see, here's a good tip. Notice how when I use a shotgun, I always move towards the zombies. Never ever run backwards and fire the shotgun. Always move towards the zombie when you fire the shotgun. That's so you're literally 95% guaranteed to kill. As you can see, I've got on a nice kill catastrophe, and unfortunately I think they learned their lesson pretty quick. I think they realised the harbinger of death was up that top, being me. In the end, that's another thing. Make sure all your weapons are reloaded. Obviously, I didn't have the time there, but always make sure you have ammo in your gun. Obviously there I couldn't do much about it, I didn't have ammo, but you can see it got me killed in the end. That's pretty much all the tips for being a human. I hope I covered pretty much most of them. Obviously stay up high in maps as well. Any map that's got a higher up area, sort of stick to that. And that does not mean glitch out the map like some fags do, it just means stay up in a nice area. Like on Countdown here, I stayed on the 3rd floor. As I get infected quite early on here, I'll give you some tips on how to do well as a zombie. The main tip is stick with a pack. Really try not to run anywhere on your own unless you're trying to go for one person on your own. Like that guy there was camping around a corner. I probably could have got him, but I failed pretty hard. But yeah, stick with the pack. Unless you're going for one guy on his own, then you could probably handle it. But stick with the pack. Stick with maybe 3 or more zombies at a time. Running with one other person doesn't really work. Unless it's a situation like this. Notice how I use Sharp as a guinea pig. He goes around and dies, but then I can clean up the kill quite nicely. That's how you want to work with a zombie. You want to kind of get one guy to attract the attention, and you finish it off. Anyway, guys, coming to the end of this video, so I hope you liked this video. Please give it a like rating if you did, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys later.